I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
What's that? Well, that's old.
It's our new phone. The other phone, I couldn't get it to work, and they tried and they couldn't get it, so they brought us a new one.
We have Mr. Loring, Mr. DeBoer, and myself. We could look at the agenda for today. I got notification from Jack that the union did not submit the initial proposal, so he doesn't know that that item is necessary, but when I asked him if he still wanted to call in, I didn't get a response to that yet, so I don't know if we want to pull it from the agenda or just scratch it if we get to the 10:30 item. With that, I'll let you guys make a motion on the agenda, however you'd please.
Motion on that exception with the possible closed.
You want to pull that? Okay. You can reach out to him if you have any questions, but we can't really proceed with anything on there
Okay, so
without that
pull
having
the
been
10,
received.
so pull the 10:30 then, the closed
So we have a
session.
motion from Loring to approve the agenda with the removal of the 10:30 item, possible closed session on union negotiations.
Second.
We have support from DeBoer. Any further discussion on the agenda? Hearing none. All those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Okay. We have minutes from our last meeting, November 25. For action on that.
Make a motion to the November 25 minutes.
A motion from DeBoer, support from Loring for approval of the November 25 minutes. Any discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We have minutes. We get to talk about insurance more.
Well, we have that at 8:45.
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry. After we talk to Casson. Sorry. Thank you for keeping me on task.
Morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
I know I did. I think I was putting my computer and it was not to that's just for
You gotta quit bringing it.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
Obviously, I need help.
Oh, she doesn't look this way.
Hello?
Hi, Stephanie. This is Rochelle from Osceola County. Can you hear us
Yes,
okay?
hello.
Good.
I can hear you.
Okay. We're in session and the board is all here and they have your report that you sent me yesterday, so.
Morning.
Okay.
Go ahead and share
Good
with us,
morning,
Steph.
everyone. My name is Stephanie Henrich. I'm the Executive Director for CASA. I appreciate you all allowing me to call in today due to me being in Mayo, Minnesota, so thank you very much. Today I come to tell you, it's been a long year, and CASA, I think, is doing quite well when it comes to relationship building, and that comes to mind of something we're doing new in Osceola County. We have started up the new SART team That is a sexual assault response team. We did the meetings. This meeting is going to happen, the new meeting is going to happen in a couple months, but we had a meeting with county attorneys, law enforcement, sheriff's department, victim witness coordinators, and it went very well. And my new advocate has done a great job, and I just thought you needed to know that because I think that's the step in the right direction. This past year, we saw 15 survivors of sexual assault in your county. I believe it's truly more. I think Mackenzie, our new advocate, has done a great job at starting those and building those relationships, and even them knowing really precisely what we do. I think sometimes law enforcement think we only do certain things, and here we were able to tell them what we all did. And even that day, we got new cases because of it. So I think it's just better communication between the counties. Right now, our fiscal year going in is $595,000 that we are getting from the state and federal level. That's for 19 counties. And what's unfortunate is $501,000 is for my payroll. We're doing the best that we can with the county funding. I think the counties are really helping out. We help a lot with mileage. We're over almost $90,000 in the last year for mileage. And I very much watch where my advocates go. We have just been extremely busy in the areas. And so that has climbed about $6,000 more than it was last year. So what your support of $5,000 has done for fiscal 26, that will be grateful for the medical response that we go to law enforcement, also the mileage just for the advocates to bring. We've had a lot of child advocacy appointments, which is in Sioux City where children go to be questioned and talk about their sexual assault. And so that is what we utilize all this money for. This next fiscal year, we were asking $5,000 again from Osceola County, and I think that's a good number right now. I think things are going up and everything is costing more, but we very much appreciate and the great collaboration we have seen in the last 6 months in Osceola County. After 5 years, if you don't say anything, that means I answered a lot of questions that you're asking. Is there anything that you have for me?
John, anything you want to add, Sheriff?
All good?
I think so. Any questions, gentlemen? No, I don't think so.
Okay. If you need anything more or further information from me, usually I give you my card and my brochure. But on the unforeseen circumstances, I'm glad that you got my letter. So, I appreciate everything you guys have done, and we look forward to continuing working in Osceola County, and thank you for your support.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, thanks, Rochelle.
Yep, take care.
All right, yep, bye-bye.
Right. Before 9 o'clock, we can address the additional terrorism coverage on builders risk policy.
I didn't find out a lot about it. Bill's on vacation and Becky didn't know a whole lot about it, but there is a $25,000 deductible to that. And in order for the insurance to pay, of course, it has to be determined a terrorism attack. And she's not for sure who would make that determination. Be the insurance company. It could be even higher up than that. They need to know yay or nay if the county wants to include that for $1,100 more. Vandalism is different than terrorism, so that's a totally different aspect on things. So,
Thoughts, gentlemen?
I don't think it's necessary, that's my opinion.
Would think it'd be a larger event if it were to affect the new structure. Once it's operational, maybe more so, but yeah, I would agree that it doesn't seem like a high need during the building process. We want formal motion
I-
declining
yes.
that
I would
coverage.
make
Yes.
a motion not to pay the terrorism.
I'll second it.
We have a motion from Helmers, support from DeBoer to decline the terrorism coverage. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. Consider approval of a pay increase for Lucas Dahlman as deputy jailer.
You'd be going up to 66,639.
This marks what step, the first step? Second step.
I don't know how long has he been here, Kevin?
He started, was it June 1st, I think it was?
So it's his first 6 months then.
Yeah, yep.
Consider that approval.
I'll make a motion to approve that.
A motion from DeBoer, support from Loring for approval of the pay increase. Any further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor of approval signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. We have a policy presented concerning environmental health. Osceola County Environmental Public Health Policy and Procedure. We've had this discussion. It's been discussed and is supported, as I understand, by the Board of Health, but they will take action following our consideration.
You know exactly what they changed in the policy, or?
We really didn't have anything previously. We've had prior drafts considered that we weren't prepared or wanting to act on. This is an approach identifying current code sections that we're just citing would be utilized to address concerns, establishing it as a policy. As Michelle has stated, and the intent is to deal with items that are a health concern, not something identified just as a nuisance. Not that that couldn't be addressed in this same policy, same code sections, but it's not the intent of this policy. This is focused on health concerns. interested in action on this item, or do we want to move to the 9 o'clock department heads? Hearing no motion at this point, I guess it's 9 o'clock. I'll start with department head updates. County attorney first.
Thank you. We have one probation revocation hearing, and Jamie Murphy is finally in prison.
Going gone.
Oh, God, yay. We had a meeting with CASA and the deputies, sheriff's department, to start a sexual abuse response team. We updated our guidelines to respond to a sexual assault. There's been a significant number of disturbing new juvenile cases. Unfortunately, that's not a good thing, but at least things are getting reported and we're getting them into the system and getting everybody help. And finally, we're just clearing out all our old cases. Pretty soon, it's going to be just my mess. And that'll be a good thing. And that's about it.
Thank you. Sneak in late,
Oh,
or
yes.
too busy to get?
But, orbs and snowmobile registrations are due at the end of the year now. And after the first, then there'll be another $5 penalty on each one unit, so. We have lots of deer tags going out, so people must be seeing deer out there, I don't know. Hunting and fishing license that you have now are good until January 10th, and then they expire. But you can buy, hunting and fishing license now for 2026, starting December 15th, so. Makes a good Christmas gift if you're looking for something, if you have hunters. And, just otherwise, we have lots of documents coming in and end of the year stuff, so.
Assessor?
More of the same, just working on 2026 values. On Monday, Vanguard will be here to help us with our more difficult properties like Sanskars, chicken buildings, and CEOs, CFE. There you go, their solar panels, things like that, so yeah. We'll be wrapping up 2026 early this year, actually.
Economic development?
Big things that got going on now, we started our housing needs assessment process, so hoping to have a meeting next week with a rep from Maxfield Research. I'm gonna send an email out to you all as the supervisors if you'd like to attend. And the other thing is grant applications are due on Friday, so they're all coming in this week. I'll probably get most of them on Friday, because everybody likes to get things in early. That's all I have.
Sure.
Well, last week, Lieutenant Julius and myself, we attended some training in Des Moines for a week. That was enlightening. And then next Thursday, I think it is, I will be attending Lucas Doman's Academy graduations. And, sorry. And dispatcher Connie Byers turned in her resignation, so. But she has agreed to stay on as our casual part-time. So we kind of gonna do some flip-flopping in the process. So doing some interviews for a new part-time dispatcher jailer.
On the FEMA stuff, it's called the Pullet Bridge. So it's still in FEMA's court. There has been some movement lately through their process, which is good. All the design's ready to go as soon as we get the okay that we'll actually get the money. We plan to get it out to bid, and so hopefully in the next few months. Project-wise for this winter, we're working on design for some small projects, one down in Ashton on 3rd Street there, where it's east of that bridge is kind of falling apart, so we're looking to fix that. On the west side of Sibley here, south of that new bridge we built a few years ago, we're looking to fix that road up now, kind of working with the city on that. And otherwise, the guys have been putting in a lot of weekend hours with this run of weekend snow events we've had, so that's been keeping them busy, keeping things moving. That's all I got.
The question the other night that I didn't know the answer to or don't remember having been told the answer to, but on the new asphalt, or some of the new asphalt projects, what's the time period between that and the first chips or the chip seal? Generally, do we target?
Previously, Aaron, he kind of was pushing that sooner. We were going like 5 years maybe,
That was mentioned.
Yep, and we've done that with a few. I mean, we might, for cost reasons, might have to push it a little farther, but sooner than later, we like to get something done to keep that asphalt healthy.
5 years is kind of, okay.
Yeah, 5's, maybe 6 now. I mean, and there's other solutions we're thinking about this time too, maybe instead of a chip seal, some lower cost alternatives. Some people call it snake oil, but we'll think about it.
Sounds like it's good use for snakes to me, but
It's
potential.
It's their term for people who don't believe it does anything.
Okay, gotcha, yeah. Conservation, thank you.
So I got the 2 claims submitted for the Destination Iowa grant. I got that done, I think, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and I've just kind of been waiting to see how much stuff I screwed up that I have to resend. No, they haven't sent me anything yet, so that is a good thing. I did have my walkthrough with the lady from the Iowa Economic Development Authority. That seemed to go really well. I will be submitting a community foundation grant. I have most of it done. I need to polish it up. I'm hoping to get it turned in before Friday. You're welcome. Okay. Been working on the annual report. My board's gonna review that tonight, and then I'll come present it to this board probably either before Christmas or right after the new year. We finished moving a few more trees into the campground before it snowed. Pretty much got everything put away before it snowed. Something that is very exciting that we've been getting a lot of calls on is that the trout actually went into Willow Creek yesterday afternoon. So consider yourselves the first to know. We haven't advertised that. And then we are looking at the first Saturday in February.
All right. Thank you. Auditor.
We're busy with passports. I'm kind of jealous. There's a lot of people leaving the country or renewing their passports. We were geared to have a new a voter registration or voter system through the state called Civics. We had training in June, and they're going to come live next week. Well, they pushed it back. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. A lot of glitches in there that they're trying to work through, so they're working on Chantry's working on evaluation reports and getting those ready, and I will be handing out budget sheets probably in the next week or 2. So yeah, enough to keep us busy.
On a deal where you have to have training within so many days of the.
Well, we had it in
Startup,
June,
and
so
they're
how are we
gonna
going to
make you do it
remember
again.
everything? And everything they trained us on, they're like, oh, it's not working yet. Oh, we're working it out. It's like, well, that's a lot of training here. That's, yeah, 2 days I thought I wasted stuff, but that's too far out to be trained on for 6 months later. But anyway.
Anything else for department heads? It looks like Rochelle provided some good looking goodies here today.
Blueberry or chocolate chip muffins.
Sounds good, thank you. All right, thank you all. Don't blame Then consider the environmental health, public health policies and procedures.
I see Michelle is here. Did you want to talk to her about this?
She had
or-
said she could be available. I emailed and let everyone know if there were any questions or wanted her here to make sure to answer.
We already have one policy in effect, right? We have.
Not concerning nuisances that would be of the public health concern.
I didn't think we were gonna worry about the nuisances.
So, yeah, I wanted to get into that.
She presented us these code sections and we told her then that would be the approach we thought was reasonable. I don't recall us saying we didn't want to do anything. We didn't want to do the policy that had been drafted previously. See if she can come up.
But you just said, Jason, that we weren't concerned about nuisance, we were more worried about public health, and this states what is deemed a nuisance, 657-2.
That's a section we could use for a broader sense of nuisance abatement. It's already on the books, but she's wanting, and the Board of Health seems to want, a policy giving them authority when a nuisance concerns public health. The one example I recall them saying was a dilapidated, uncared for facility that there was a rat problem, and it was a nuisance it was affecting neighboring properties, so they wanted something in place with more authority to protect neighboring landowners from. I would guess if we don't approve this policy, it takes the Board of Health out of it, and then they could bring this code section to this board's attention, and we would act on a case-by-case basis. This seems like the appropriate channels and approach to me.
Hello.
Morning.
Ready?
Questions on statements made that we were not interested in doing anything, or how would you state that?
I'm sorry, for what now?
For this policy and procedures.
Correct.
I believe this is reflective of our last conversation, and the board had indicated this was an approach that we would be supportive of. So
Correct.
Now are there concerns or questions?
This is basically just outlines what steps happen first, second, and following.
We will get stuck, Jason, whether the Board of Health, it just says here, if the board not able to resolve the complaint, and the Board of Supervisors will have to.
So basically, the Board of Health, when we go through those proceedings, or that portion, would be, your letters, trying to speak with the homeowner to negate the situation or remedy, try to find any, solutions for the nuisance. And then if that gets nowhere with, talking to them and, suggesting ideas on how they could do something to fix it, then yeah, it would go to the county attorney to decide whether or not abatement was something that would be willing to be done. That's like the final step, like the worst case scenario, if we couldn't get somebody to do things. But the wording in the abatement, the law for the abatement, is what will help us get some of our nuisances that are defined in law within city limits. That was kind of the issue that we were having, is there wasn't anything for county. So in conjunction of using both of them, we would be able to cover more of the nuisance problems that we were seeing. And both of those things are already currently in law. This is just how we would apply them.
Who will the costs fall on if the landowner or person doesn't have any money?
That'd be up to the county to decide whether abatement would be appropriate or not with the county attorney. And I think also in there is wordage about what, I don't know how to explain that. The property taxes being, there's wording in there on how to cover some of the costs too with the property taxes.
I don't have any other questions.
And this is, it says is a complaint driven.
Complaint driven has to be a named complaint team, you know, nothing anonymous, anything like that. Only for public health and safety, nothing for, you know, I don't like the way my neighbor's yard looks. It's just health and safety.
And if and when those are identified, I don't believe it would be appropriate for our board to keep the Board of Health out of it. So I support this approach. I think it's appropriate.
Because the Board of Health might not say something is a nuisance, you know, it might just be, it's not related to health and safety, then the board won't have anything, you know, they won't continue with that complaint.
I'll make the motion on it. Approve it.
Seconded.
A motion for approval of the Osceola County Environmental Public Health Policies and Procedures, environmental health nuisance complaints. Any further discussion? Further discussion, all those in favor signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign.
Aye.
All right. Approval considered by the Board of Health in January, I believe.
Yep.
Thank you, Michelle.
All right, thank you.
Want me to sign the copy that I had here, or?
I have
Yeah.
one, I have one here too, and I'll
Okay.
just, you pick it up, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have a holiday schedule presented for consideration and approval for 2026.
One thing I wanted to point out that July 4th is on a Saturday, so we have that Friday. We looked online and most they're consider the holiday on Friday the 3rd. And the farewell and retirement party, I upped that fees a little bit. If they're less than 10 years, I went from $2 up to $3. And if they're over 10 years, I went from $3 to $5. It's pretty hard to get a gift and pay for party expenses with that. So I talked to the department heads and they didn't have a problem with that, so.
And that's voluntary participation.
It is, yep.
I make a motion to accept that holiday schedule and those fees.
Motion from Helmer, support from Loring for approval of the holiday schedule and the identified rules of collection for collections listed there. Any further discussion? If none, those in favor signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. So we would consider the process for elected officials' salaries, as we had not reinstated the comp board. What process do we want to use, gentlemen?
Just like we did the last year.
Submit a letter and,
Yeah.
okay. And when would you
Minutes
like
from
to
the
do that?
25th indicated that department heads would submit a letter with recommendations or present to the board. Do you have a time frame on that?
23rd or January 2nd or?
Yep.
whenever.
One of the next meetings.
Maybe the 23rd then, are you
Sure.
thinking? Okay. Okay.
I don't think we took action on that, it was just cited in the minutes and
Yeah.
reflected. Okay. Alright. Any consideration want to be given concerning health insurance premium rates for non-union employees? We probably want to wait till Brian with Group Benefit Partners comes and gives us our annual update, but they were provided here recently, so if there was any discussion wanting to be had, it's on here.
Sheriff's office. Their rates are under their union contract, not by the board. They're not union either, no. So it's just the sheriff's office. They pay a different rate than for a family than everybody else does. Ryan has not set up a time yet with me, so hopefully he does that sooner than later so we can get going. But overall, we're in good shape. They went down a little bit, so that helps. So we got our 5% discount, so that helps as well. To get our 5%, we got our 5%. I don't know. We were like less than 9 people had to do it the last time I checked. I don't know if she got a final update, how many that didn't participate. I'll have to ask Chantry on that. I can quick ask her once. Maybe she knows right now.
You get the insurance. You get this insurance, Leroy? Yes. How do you do that with Medicare? You don't take Part B then?
Yeah. And then, it's across and then Medicare is last.
Yeah.
And whatever Medicare don't pay, goes to group life.
I'll be 65 this month, so I'll be working on that.
Yep.
And you don't have to take Part B.
You don't have to, but I have.
You have? I guess I'm not sure.
That goes up every year.
Well, when I first called in, they told me I had to take Part B. Yeah, I know, that's why I tried to explain to him, no, it doesn't make any difference. I had to go through the steps. Yeah.
We had 5 that did not participate at all and 12 that were partial participants. But we still thankfully got our 5%. So.
Anything further on insurance premium rates?
Just gonna wait then.
Any interest in discussion on HSA contributions?
So right now, the county pays $1,400 for a single and $2,800 for a family, and we do it twice a year. in January and in July.
Is there a lot that's on that?
It's getting less and less.
That's what I thought. Okay, so back to
They did. I can't tell you how many for sure, but there's not as many as there once was.
I looked at the names for those no participations, and 2 of them are not here anymore. So
Oh,
we're just
okay.
negatively. So
Okay, 3 then. Okay.
But I believe she said that even if they leave employment, if they're an employee on the date that it starts, it counts against us for the numbers we have to attain for participation. But
It's pretty simple stuff. I mean, getting a physical and doing that survey doesn't take you very long. I mean, those are the ones that you get our points for. Doing like the walking and stuff, that's just an extra bonus. So it's not difficult.
I think you said it before the end of the year, ISAC, under the understanding we'll provide kind of a template for putting in place a policy to incentivize participation on a local level. So it is slowly moving, not like I'd hoped, but
I think we're on the schedule to update our handbook, so that would be nice to include that in our new handbook, or updated handbook, I should say.
to consider claims or wait till after 9:30.
You might want to wait till after 11 because there's jail claims on it.
Oh, yeah.
So you might want to, sorry about that. I thought things would take longer.
10:30 scratch doesn't
Yeah,
help.
that doesn't help, no. So the HSA, we just discussed them and no action, right? So how does that work then? So January, we're just gonna still pay what we normally have been then? Is that what we're doing?
Or what?
Well, HSA, we do half in January and half in July, so are we still, okay, then probably wouldn't be affected to July anyway, so, okay. We just had to talk it out.
But the policy goes January to.
The policy goes
That'd be
from
the
January
following
to
year.
December,
That'd
but
be
the
for-
fiscal year, so probably the new contributions would start in July. Because we have that, this is what we budgeted, so, okay, we have time then, okay. Just had to think out loud, sorry.
Well, we could reach out to Ryan and ask if that's. That could be altered, should be considered before. He historically has indicated he doesn't advise a lot of fluctuation, that kind of set a policy and stick with it, but I do think the HSA deductible probably is increasing again.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
And that's or legislatively or whatever mandated.
3,000 for family and
federal
then,
mandate
yeah.
what it has to be at.
Yeah, something we can do about it. I'm gonna sign these little ladies. This is all Bill gave me for the terrorism attack, so I'll have to be very specific that we are declining it, so.
You don't need me to write that on
No,
there.
I'm gonna double to make sure they know that.
I trust you. from Elder Bridge or?
No, as of yesterday, they were coming, so I have not heard this morning that they weren't coming. Can double check my emails a little bit. And I got an email and they confirmed yesterday they're coming at 9:30, so I don't know what to tell you. Well, nothing.
Can I, do you have extra copies of that letter or the, thank you. Or the
I give
policy
one.
thing, or the,
That I don't have, but I can.
just know what's actually in there.
Still driving truck?
Yeah.
Not going south for the winter or anything?
Maybe for a weekend. Between meetings.
Nice sit today?
I think so. His knee, I think.
Mike had infection in his knee, so last Thursday he went into surgery to take some part out and get all the infection out and put it back in, and he just got out of the hospital last night and got home at 6, he said, so. He said he's not walking so great.
I thought that was going pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought that too, and then some kind of infection, so. So hopefully that will take care of it for him.
That infection is worse than the surgery.
Mhm. Normally is.
Yeah, that went in Monday night at 8 o'clock too.
What?
Hurt his side. So he got this new 3-foot shovel. So the other morning in the light snow, he did his driveway, which is too wide, and then he did mine, which is 3 wide. And he tore some muscles loose in his side. said, you're 88 years old. You don't need to be coming over scooping. I mean, I got a big driveway.
Yeah, you do.
Why am I trying to scoop? Well, and he's on blood thinner.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 layers of muscle on the side or something. The blood got in between a couple of them, so he just got real sore. I'm like, well, I seen him back out at 20 to 8. And I thought, what in the heck are they? And I texted him, and there's no answer. Well, then the next morning, Mom called. I said, why didn't you call and have me take you? I mean, you didn't come home till 11 o'clock, and then it was snowing.
Yeah.
Well, I had a hard time getting home. I go, next time, just call.
That's like
Won't get
raising.
any better, will it?
Oh, no, not at all.
We're just so darn independent.
Yeah, and stubborn. So stubborn.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, you're ready, yep.
I like that.
I didn't think the roads were gonna be as crappy as they were.
Not great.
They're not great, no.
Wait around for later, the way it sounds.
Yeah. If it does start blowing, it's not gonna be
He
fun.
backed up and tripped over some snow, and then he fell down in the snow and in it. Mom had help him get him out.
Did you guys get copies of these?
By email, yes.
I emailed them to him, but I
Thank
didn't
you.
print a hard copy.
If you guys want hard copies, I have them.
They probably will. I appreciate that. I did not print it for them. I just
Okay.
emailed it, so.
I'll just pass one of each around. How's everybody doing today? I was supposed to drive to Rock Rapids after this, and I called him yesterday. I said, do you have a Zoom option? It's the first time I've ever done a Zoom supervisor meeting, but she's like, yeah, actually we do, and maybe that's a good idea. That's, yeah. So, my name is Stacia Timmer. This is not my first time being with you all. I have a new job title, I guess, as of July. I became the CEO of Elderbridge. I had previously been the COO. Our previous director, Shelley, happily retired. So that has been a little bit of a transition. We are very fortunate to be able to have done some internal movement. Okay, thank you. And so we have, all the other positions have been filled by people that were internal with us already, which is very, very helpful. So if you're not familiar, Elderbridge is a nonprofit. We are considered an area agency on aging. We are quasi-state governmental, which means we get state and federal funding. Our state entity is the Aging and Disability Services unit under HHS. So we function under the umbrella of Health and Human Services. The state entity is ADS, and then we have the AAAs, the Area Agencies on Aging, in Iowa. There are 6 of us in the state. I am located in Spencer. We have 3 other physical office locations, Carroll, Fort Dodge, and Mason City. And then we actually do have 1 employee here in Sibley. So with that, our main mission with Elderbridge is to advocate and empower for older adults. That definition is by age of 60 and over. We also provide services for people with disabilities, 18 to 59, and caregivers of all of those individuals. Our main goal is to help people stay as independent, as healthy, as safe as they can in their homes. We try to do that by providing a number of core services, some wraparound services. We don't provide direct services like you'll see on this county page. All of our services are listed specific to Osceola County. We don't provide direct services such as homemaker, personal care, transportation, but what we do with our funding, which we are mandated to do, is to contract out to providers that provide those services directly. So here in Osceola, we do contract with Osceola Community Health Services, we have a contract with the Communities Express, the transportation system here in Sibley. We also contract with rides for transportation as well. Some of the direct services that Elderbridge provides here in Osceola are the congregate and home delivered meals. We also provide a number of case management type programs. We do caregiver case management. We do elder abuse prevention and awareness programs here in Osceola, as well as our other 28 counties that we cover. We also, this year, were able to get an emergency disaster grant, which we did implement here in Osceola County. For people that were impacted by the flooding, we were able to provide some nutrition relief, and we did that here in Osceola as well as other surrounding counties that were directly impacted by flooding. As you can see, some of our services increased, some decreased. I will tell you our funding from the federal and state legislature has not increased. Big shocker, I know, none of us are surprised by that. And so with our state and federal funding, we don't solely rely on that. As you can tell from our annual report, we have a nice graph there that shows all of our funding sources. County funding is not a huge source of funding for us, but we do rely on all 29 of our counties, well, 28 of our counties funding us to help support the services here in that county. And we also utilize some of those funds to pull down the federal funding match that's required of us to do. The more match that we can provide, the more federal funds that we can pull down. So I try to get as much federal funding as I can. I can't say that I get enough or as much as I'd like, but we do. Here in Sibley and other area or towns in Osceola County, we have meals. I do believe Sibley has gone down to 3 days a week due to staffing. It had nothing to do with funding necessarily. We just couldn't find staff to provide that meal service 5 days a week. We're very happy to have it 3 days. I'm actually going to visit them after my other meetings get done today and see how things are going there. That's kind of a tangible, visible service in all of our communities is the meal program. So I oftentimes highlight that one. However, we do a number of other services that are kind of behind the scenes that people don't always know or are aware of. Our case management is where we have individuals that we provide kind of a number of different services that they require to stay home, to stay independent. Those might involve homemaker, personal care, chore service. You know, with snow removal now in the winter, we oftentimes will try to contract with individuals to help get some snow removal in place for people in their homes. Kind of an overall summary is on the back of this form. In Osceola County, I tried to give you guys data from FY24 and 25 to compare. We're currently in FY26, so I can't give you all of that final data. You'll get that next year. So we use this data to kind of project what we will probably continue to do in Osceola County. And with that, this year, we provided about $106,000 worth of total services in Osceola County. That is coming with the funding that you guys provided us for FY26 of $6,202. With that, it's a good return on investment if you want to look at it that way. It's over 1,800% return on your dollar. We kind of try to break that down. For every dollar that you provide Elderbridge, we provide about $18.13 worth of service. So again, we really try to make that dollar stretch as far as we can. We not only focus on the state and federal funds, but we also write for grants as well. We have a grant writer on our staff. We're very, very fortunate to have her. And we do try to make that dollar stretch as much as possible with those grants as well. So this year, we are looking at the census data, which is what we typically do when we come and ask counties for funding. Right now in Osceola County, your percentage of people 60 and over is about 1,914 people. So with that, we're asking for $3.30 per individual. We do that because any individual over 60 is eligible for our services. We cannot charge for services necessarily. Not all of them are based on income. So anyone 60 and over can come into our office for information. They can come in for options counseling. And so we look at doing our budget in that sense that anyone 60 and over can and is eligible for our services. So this year we're asking for about $114 more is what it comes to. For FY27 is my ask today of $6,316. Are there any questions? I kind of ran through some of that information quickly.
Is my math right then? You would increase the request per individual by 10 cents?
Yes, we did. We had been stuck on a nickel increase for many, many years. My board of directors thought that we should increase that ask by 10 cents this year. So instead of $3.25, we're asking for $3.30 per individual. Yes.
And the state that doesn't want us spending any more property tax dollars is given any ideas on how we should meet these needs and fund requests?
No, they haven't. No, they really, they don't give us that,
And you
that
get to
kind of
keep the same
assistance. Yeah,
receipt.
yeah. Like I said, it comes to about 114 more than what you provided us last year. It's never you have to give $3.30. You can stick to the $3.25, but we are asking for 10 cents more versus the 5.
Can you give me an example, I probably should read a little more carefully, of, got a good friend that's got an elderly mother, 4 children. What would you provide for them? How would you help them in the home, trying to keep her at home?
Well, that would depend on what her needs are. Does she have, mobility issues? Does she?
A little bit of everything, 98 years old, so.
Okay. We would, first of all, we would do an assessment, see what it is that she is in need of, what she's able to do right now, what she needs some assistance in doing. We would probably have her go to our options counselor. They would go through a little bit more of an assessment. But some examples of things that we typically could provide somebody, let's say she goes to case management. Now, again, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
We would have a case manager go to her home, meet with her there, see what it is that she's needing in her home. Does she need somebody to come in and help with bathing once or twice a week? If she does, that case manager would make that referral, would set those services up. In case management services, we do have some funding to help offset the cost of some of those services if that individual needs it. So we would maybe be able to coordinate with public health, home health to get somebody in there to help her with bathing. If she's needing help cleaning, doing some of her laundry care, things like that, we would have a homemaker service come in once, maybe a week. If meals, cooking, nutrition is an issue, which it can become quite an issue to cook for yourself, to go get groceries, we do have home delivered meals that we would set up for her. If transportation was an issue, we do, like I said, have contract with the express system here as well as rides. I do see that both of those services increased a little bit, so I'm glad to see people are utilizing rides especially. So those are just kind of some examples. If she has a caregiver, if she has a family member that is taking on a caregiver role, we could work with that caregiver to help that person set up services to ease the burden on the caregiver themselves.
So that's it, they're kind of getting burned out.
Yes. If she has 4 kids, they're probably all taking turns, but if there's one primary, which there usually is, that person can get burnt out. And we try not to forget about the caregivers. They are the core providers sometimes, and so we do try to provide services to help those caregivers as well.
Okay, thank you.
It's not on income base then?
Not all of it, no. No, there are certain programs and certain funds that may or may not be available based on income. But I always tell people, it will not do you any, it won't cost you anything to call us and see what we have available. Even if it's just for simple information and assistance, we have individuals that provide numbers, referral sources. If you're just somebody looking for information, we have all of those things.
Okay. Thank you.
Good question. Thank you.
On the congregate meal sites, you'd said we're at 3 days instead of 5. Is Ocheyedan still providing a
They
congregate
are.
meal site?
Yes. Yep. Yep. And we have, yes, just Ocheyedan. Yep, Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, I believe, is when they are providing meals.
That's in Sibley, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I thought one year they were doing 3 days in Sibley and 2 days in
2 in
Ocheyedan
Ocheyedan.
and making 5.
Yes.
So the reduction to 3, that Ocheyedan site is not providing it, or that's?
They are still providing it. I think it's only 2 days a week. Yeah. That's catered by Carsonson's out of Lake Park.
That's my question.
Yep. They've been a really good partner, and I hear the food is really good, so I've eaten in Lake Park a few times, and it's been good. Anything else?
In the interest of disclosure, my wife is the Sibley employee that she mentioned.
Oh.
She's our information guru, I have to say.
If you want me to abstain, I can, but I think with consideration of what it does for our seniors, I think they can be entirely separate, but. Anything further?
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you. I appreciate your time.
Okay, enough. I turned 65 this month, so my wife's birthday today. She's 65, so.
Big plans for it?
No. Her comment this morning was, "My mom died at 65," she said, so. Yeah.
She hadn't been ill, had she? Wasn't that kind of a?
It's kind of a goofy deal. She went in for a thyroid deal, and they did a pre-op on her, and they said her heart. She had some issues with her heart. She needed heart surgery. She never came out of it. Yeah. Cement
that one over where the drive-through was, it's like a salad court deal where they drive in and then. Yeah.
Yeah. How's your mom? Shouldn't have asked.
We got till 10.
Sorry. How was your baptism?
That was wonderful. That was wonderful. That was our joy.
Back and forth.
Yeah, last week was a little rough, but she's at my sister's this week, so it's better. But she got lost trying to go to Yvonne O'Leary's last week. So I had thank goodness my sister had an app on her phone to find her, so I'm trying to find her. Wave her down. My sister has an app in her phone I'm on the phone with her trying to find my mother. And I found her and got her to her hair appointment, hour and a half late, but I got her there and she got home on herself, so yeah. So that's where we're at. 81. So we're gonna have to have some conversations with my sibling. So yeah. But this week she's at my sister, so we're good.
Have you had any yet?
What?
Have you had any conversations?
Some, but no one wants to deal with it.
Not good. That was so fortunate. First she went, I don't know. She's okay, get my stuff, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was in the nursing rehab. And then she got good, and she thought, well, I want to go home. And then we put her in Hartwood. She, I don't know. It was just me and my brother, we can't take care of it. It's a wonderful place for her.
I know, my mom would love it, but there's, quite a waiting list.
Yeah. And you know when my mom went in there, there was 5 different rooms.
Really? Now there's, yeah, I mean, that would be better than Sheldon for me here. Be better than Sheldon for me here, but I don't know, we're gonna have to have some serious conversations. But then she had a memory test yesterday and she passed 30 out of 30. Oh, it's not helping me out here. Not helping my cause here. I know. My sister's the one that took her, not even me, so. Yeah. She tells the doctor I'm bossy. I'm the bossy one.
That's what you told the doctor?
Yes. She said, well, somebody has to be, so it might as well be me. I said, I have no choice. You can't put your mom in timeout and you can't give her a spanking, so you gotta be bossy. Those are my options.
Jeff was just explaining that to the next generation now. So. And that's true. My family is all gone.
Yeah.
My mom and dad, Lindsay's mom and dad. So we're it now. And I got wonderful kids, but I don't know if they'll take care of me.
Oh, my girls will, but they'll tell me how it is too. Yeah, I got my second one will tell me how it is.
I remember way back in high school, a friend said, yeah, I tell my parents that, how you treat me now determines whether you go to a nice nursing home or a warehouse full of old people. Oh, man. That's quite the approach.
Yeah, so. It's part of life.
Whenever I get nasty with my wife, she always says, I got 2 words for you. Maybe I've told you.
Yeah.
Prairie Eagle. I'll run you down there and I'll kick your butt out. She said, I'm not nice like your mother was. She said.
Yeah, Kurt's mom was a saint, and I said, I'm not your mother, so. Kurt's dad wasn't always very nice.
Rochelle, you'll be just as nice as she was.
Kurt does appreciate all I do for him because he's on the road a lot, and you know I always get stuff ready for him, and he doesn't have to do much when he comes home. So he does appreciate that. Caitlin will have the same thing with Kelly.
At 10 o'clock and identified as time to have the county library's annual report and funding request for fiscal year 27. Who would like to start us off?
You know what, I'll start. Do you want me to stand, sit, give presents?
Sit, whatever you.
Okay. Oops. Well, hello, I'm new, as you I'm sure are aware. I'm Catherine Nazars. I took over for Mary earlier this year when she retired from the Sibley Library. So we've had quite a busy year. Mary retired, and then longtime employee Lillian Berry retired. So had some new staff, new leadership. It's been pretty exciting. This year at the library, we had 4 different authors come and visit and do talks. And we continued with our Sibley Reads program. So we've had community book clubs about every 3 months, and different events throughout with the school and things like that. Our school partnership is something we're very excited that is continuing. We have the junior high students come and use our library in place of the school library once a month, and they get books for book reports and things like that. So that's been very fun to continue. And we've brought readers into the school twice a year now to have a featured readers day, so members of the community can also be involved with that. We did continue our summer reading this summer. We had actually 145 kids registered, which was more than last year. We only had 133, so excited about that. And then we continued our adult programs. We didn't have quite as many as we had in the past, just with all the transitioning and who was leading those adult programs and things like that. But we did continue our monthly book group, our home delivery, and then we had a few special events throughout the year. One we were especially happy about was the Holiday Remembrance event we just had in November. And we had a Sibley native who lives in Des Moines now come. She works for a grief counseling group. So she came and facilitated an event and provided some grief resources for folks around the holiday season, which was really nice. And yeah, we've continued our children's programs also throughout the year, our different outreach and story hour. We did receive a grant also from the Rotary to get our musical tree installed outside, and so kids have really liked that. It slowed down a little with the winter, but kids really enjoy coming and banging on that and making some music for us. So yeah, that's pretty much how it's been going here. Rachel Galvin and Rachel has moved up to the assistant director role when I took the director role. So she and I both attended the annual conference this year and have done our continuing education throughout the year as well. So that's kind of the highlight on the Sibley Library. Before I let these other ladies talk, we did include a letter that just kind of outlines some of the cost increase for our building maintenance. It's mainly our building maintenance, or those fixed costs we have that have gone up, and then also things such as like the Bridges subscription, which is the online catalog everybody uses, we all use I should say, has also gone up in price. So that letter just kind of outlines what that cost increase has looked like for us and kind of what we would ask as an increase if possible, just for the future funding to kind of help offset those costs. Great, pass it over to Tammy.
I'm sorry I did not get our report in. Here is our cards for the year. And I'm Tammy Hoekstra for the Ocheyedan Public Library, and I'm co-director. Laura Berry is our other co-director. This past year we've had our summer program that we've done. We still have our ladies Thursday morning coffee, which I enjoy immensely with the ladies. We did trick-or-treating at the library, and one of the fun things I like to do besides the ladies' coffee is that we have several moms that come in with their children and they play in the play area and help them find books and that kind of stuff. So then they've been checking out books and also, just helping the kids to enjoy and find out what we all have at the library, and so that we can hopefully keep them coming. With what Catherine had said about the building, and so our older building, the past few months, we have had to replace the whole sewer tile. And so we've been dealing with that. In May, we had water damage in the basement, so we've been dealing with that. We've also had mold in the basement, so we've been dealing with that. But hopefully we are getting to the point where we are getting all of that taken care of. Just being an older building, it just seems like everything's going at one time here, but we hope to get fully back to our regular hours and have a good New Year start, have maybe a reopen house type party for everything that we've done. So that's what I have. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Diane Ellens from the Melvin Public Library, and I wanted to thank you so much for the county support and funding you've given to Melvin. We are working hard to make that more materials available and have, draw more people into our library since we're smaller in a small town. Also, I wanted to say some things I probably have said before with my mystery challenge, is what I do with kids, and they draw out a book and I read or they read. That has been going very well, and that has drawn kids in, and I had one yesterday. Do you still have that? Oh no, that's during November or October. So I'm very happy with that and how that brings kids, and they even asked me to read, so that gives me a chance to do that. Also, that also has in the past year we've increased our patrons that visit the library, and we've also increased the materials that have been checked out by children and adults. And it's a small number, granted, but that's a good thing, that there's support there, that people want to, continue this. And also that happened was we got a grant from the daughter of the woman who started Melvin Library, and she presented us with a very sizable grant, and that shows support for us too, and we appreciate that, and that helps us with our budget too. And then I think that's all I have for this time, but I wanted to thank you for your support with the funds you have given us, and we appreciate that very much, and thank you. Do you have any questions?
Last but not least, right? It might be least in population. Because I'm from the Ashton Library, and I'm just part-time. I help Sue Christensen. And we held 4 programs this year. 2 were for kids, children, and 2 were for adults. We had Legos for the children and a reading in the summer. We did it over like baseball to make it to the bases, and then there was prizes. And for the adults, we had an author, and we did a craft. We made some flowers out of buttons. And yes, we too have had an increase. Some of it's small, but we have increased, this year. And we get lots of kids on Wednesdays because they get early out at the school, and so they come visit us. But there too, like the rest said, if you get them in the library, you get them interested. So that's perfect. And yes, and thank you very much for your support. And our big news from Ashton is we are going to be buying the Jurin's funeral home and put an addition on that. And so it will be handicap accessible and have more room to plan some children's areas and adult areas. So that's our exciting news from Ashton. But it's a lot of work ahead. It's the start. So thank you
How much
again.
will that increase your footprint, your space
I think
available?
it'd be almost double. They haven't decided yet how much the addition is going to be, how big it's going to be. But yeah, it'll just give us some elbow room. So, thank you.
Anything, gentlemen? My only request is a couple of the libraries show the registered patrons city versus rural. If you each could include that, I find that interesting, but
Okay.
something helpful, but thanks for the information. Anything further?
You get paid extra for scooping that dirt and stuff around, and I went through town the other day and you were out scooping, I kind of felt sorry for you.
Yeah, well, no, I don't get paid that. Sometimes it's just a matter of a little bit that I can do helps out.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it just, we were gonna do landscaping anyhow. We just moved a little dirt around and we're gonna have to take care of that before we can do landscaping, but, it just, yeah. The last few months, once you find one thing and it just seems like you find a bunch of other, but, we're getting there.
I just thought that interesting. You were out scooping the dirt, so.
Scooping dirt and I've scooped snow and especially for my Thursday coffee ladies, there's 5 of them and the average age is like 90. So it's like I make sure that is scooped and that is good. So I figured the dirt needed to be out of the area too, so just for all of our patrons. But
thanks for all you do, all you ladies.
Thank you. We enjoy it.
Well, certainly consider the increase in the request
Yes.
at budget time. I notice we haven't done an increase for five or more years, but I know legislative activity will certainly impact that coming out of rural services that could pose problems. Not that $4,000 specifically, but.
Right.
So, yeah, thank you for your time and what you do.
Yes.
Maybe I didn't say that.
Thank you very much for your time. These are more detailed for the other people.
Yeah, I can give it to them.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry.
and you can always email it to me and I can make copies for the board. So just FYI. Okay, not a big deal. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
See ya.
It was Nancy Dykstra.
Oh.
Before Dykstra's,
Yep.
you guys know. That's what I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
For no reason I thought they lived in City.
They did.
Yeah, like, I was just said.
Yeah, years ago.
It's been a while. I
It's
wouldn't
been
have
a
said
while.
20 years, but.
Yeah, it's been a while. Once again,
Work through this, I'll pass this around. Jerry, we did strike the 10:30 item. Jack had indicated the union initial proposal was not presented and will probably be the 15th, I think is what he said he should receive that.
15th of December or?
Yeah. So
get away around, I apologize.
well, we
Didn't know that
know until
10:30,
this morning,
yeah.
10:30 wasn't gonna work.
You can only do 10:30, so I don't know how long John would take, so. John did tell me though, by December 22nd, the wall should be up.
Have they started cement work?
Not that I'm aware
Well,
of.
there was a cement truck back up
Oh,
there when I
maybe they
walked,
were.
when I came in, so.
Okay.
I haven't seen.
I
any
really
anytime
don't
I walk
know.
That's the
by,
first time
but-
I've seen anything.
Yeah.
I don't know of those details at all.
Since the week they were gonna start that, we had feet into the cement ground.
Slide that napkin over here.
Yep.
Please.
Butter.
Thank you.
Need the butter, Leroy?
Yeah.
Yep.
The NACO book passed around, would one of you be willing to research a little more? I've often heard them talk about a prescription drug program, and that as prescriptions are utilized within the county, that funds can come back, or that it's a reduction in cost to the, I just haven't researched it much, but I know many counties that are NACO members do that. Someone mind seeing what it would take to see some movement on that, or get that put in place for our county? I don't know if we'd go through an ISAC or department to get that started, or direct with NACO, but I haven't even paged through here, but.
Jason, what is our dollar amount we have to follow for bidding things? How high can they go without a bid? You know what I mean?
I don't recall. I don't know that it's uniform across all areas. I mean, roads might be different than other areas, secondary road type approach. 75,000 is sticking in my head, but I thought that increased recently, but I don't know for sure.
But I mean, like when somebody bids a job for the courthouse, I thought it was like over $6,000 or something. We had to get more than one bid. And how does that work for labor?
Well, there's competitive bidding, and then there's, what's the other language? It's not actually bidding, but I don't know, we'll have to ask Rochelle, I don't know.
Like the trees, we got.
What's that?
Like the trees, we had a couple, 2 or 3 bids on that.
With a true bid, you're gonna put out specs and say, these are the quantities you're bidding on, this is what's gonna be done. So I think a lot of things get lumped into called bidding that really aren't truly requiring a bid. If you don't have specific specs, I don't think we can expect it to be a firm bid, but. I think drainage projects have, I think a different level
You're
than
probably
like
right.
construction projects. So that's why I know I don't have them all committed to memory here.
I can't go into specifics right now with all of us, but I might ask you afterwards. All ready for Christmas? All ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
Good. How about you, Leroy?
I'm ready for it.
All right.
Yep.
I'm not.
I'm ready for it to be over.
You are?
Yeah.
All right.
Bah humbug, Leroy.
Yeah.
These guys dropped this off last week, that new drainage company or whatever, so chocolates and, you guys wanna look at that?
You don't have them eaten?
What?
You didn't eat them already?
No, I didn't. I said I would save it for the board.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
On the, getting a bid, what is that dollar amount? Do you remember on something?
Isn't it 50,000 or is it 20?
Oh,
Or what are we talking about? Drainage? Are we talking
No,
about?
I'm talking about.
Okay,
I'll come in and talk to you.
Okay.
I really can't talk.
okay.
You know, like we bid them for toilets or whatever.
Right. I think it's 5,000 for that.
That's an internal policy to get
Yeah.
competitive.
Bids, labor, and all that I don't know about.
Who's our public health director?
Amy Glade.
Ooh, hazelnut.
We're opening them up.
Find her at the hospital?
What?
Where do I find her at the hospital?
Or the home health building.
Oh, that home health
Yep,
building?
building, yep.
I'll leave it for you ladies.
We don't need them.
You what, you want
No.
one? You do too.
No, I think you have to.
Go ahead. If you open it, I'll have one.
Somebody gotta break it open.
We do dirty work.
Trying to drum up some business.
I asked these guys if they're ready for Christmas. Are you ready for Christmas?
No.
You're not?
I'm getting there.
Me either.
No.
These
I
are
got
women probably that aren't.
two that haven't given me any ideas. And, you know, I'm not trying to buy a lot. I'm trying to do something this summer, but that's like nearly impossible. To get all of them together is impossible. Yeah. And Trevor has like, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 weddings this summer he's catering, and I don't know.
I'm never done because I don't stop by.
It's hard, yeah. And I actually won like a go-kart or phone, and I said, well, those are all mom and dad presents, not grandma. But yeah. Yeah, grandma spends throughout the year.
I opened it. Decipher how to, you might need a knife.
Oh, these are really fancy ones.
Yeah.
This is monastery candy.
Ooh.
I can't even pronounce some of these words. Did you have one?
You did your job.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. How do you get them out of there?
They all won?
Well, kind of, yeah.
I got my pocket knife out.
Do you want a knife?
Just dump them upside down and.
We have a knife.
I thought about that.
If I hand them to you, you're gonna dig in, you're gonna get two probably.
maybe I'll give it to Sandy.
Am I supposed
You
to
can
go?
open, take one out.
Well, let's see, but if they're all connected, that isn't gonna be helpful.
Then you get one big one.
You snooze, you lose. That is kind of different.
What is that?
You got the right idea.
Harry and David's or something, have you ever heard of that?
Because actually they're not together, you just have to tip it upside down and pop them up. Because they're not actually attached to each other.
Sandy said,
Oh, she
Sandy
got
said,
it.
I want one bad.
No, I
Did you take one?
I did not take one.
You gotta take one.
But like I said, they're all separated, so you just flip it over and.
Come
Gotcha.
on, you can have one. You did the
The hard
the
word.
hard work.
You figured it out.
Pass them around now. Leroy, did you want one?
No.
Oh, you got one.
So it's hazelnut, or what is it? Are they all different kinds, or what?
Oh, they're good. We're getting them next time.
That's why I said I would save them for the
That
board.
goes with it. Thanks. Thanks, Sandy. I think I just throw that plastic thing out of there.
Fine.
You got a little while to wait, don't
I
you?
know. I apologize. But the 10:30 we
Well,
didn't know
I-
about till this morning, so. We got one in a half hour, so. Here we are.
You wanna give me a
Oh, sure.
coffee?
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I just,
I'm gonna
I
do
was,
that.
I was
and then
thinking
forget
about
that.
doing it.
We'll put it in the paper that you poured.
We shall serve.
You used to do that all the time.
Oh, I know. We did that all the time. Who went where and here's the cost of it too. This is for a little water stuff.
The girls and boys won the other night, huh?
I think, yeah, I said the girls won pretty good.
Yeah,
Good.
that's encouraging for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna feel good after the first couple games.
Better than the first game.
Oh, yeah, that was, but aren't they like ranked like really
I
high
think
in
they're
state,
number
I
one in
think,
the
yeah.
state, I think.
Yeah.
Or close to it.
So that isn't a good way to.
Because I
start
think,
this.
did they win the championship last year?
Who do they play?
Hinton, wasn't it?
Hinton.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
they
first.
might have. And you know, the girls, first time back after a couple years off, it's hard.
They still only have 2 seniors, so.
Yeah, that's
Will they play Lake Park?
They usually do.
Is
Lake
that the
Park, I
War Eagle?
think, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Maybe
I think so.
I think they.
Good as a
yeah,
War Eagle, they won't, in basketball, I don't think they'll play everybody twice. I
Oh,
don't recall.
But at
It was
least
always the
they
deal in
play
the Siouxland, but I don't know that they'll play everybody once and then.
yeah, well, I know they played them before, but I didn't know if they were in the same conference.
You don't have kids or grandkids anymore, you lose.
You get removed, yes, you do.
I didn't even notice that, and that's only 2 years.
Yeah.
Competitive bid threshold in 21 is 100,000. Competitive quotations was 67,000.
So John's coming at 11 then?
No, we have to call him. He's trying to get Pocahontas open or
You can't do it
something.
before?
I have it on the agenda at 11, so I messed up. So, or, you know, we had to cancel the 10:30, so. I mean, he can review claims, you probably just can't approve them till after we talk to John. Because we have public safety claims in there. You trucking after this?
Yeah.
Where do you have to go?
I got a little meal on going, no cheating first. From yesterday.
If we get home before it starts. Hopefully you get home before the wind blows.
Well, I can make that choice. I can go right back to Harrison Park it.
So you got a sleeper on the truck?
No.
No?
No, I'm sleeping in the truck.
Yeah, Kurt doesn't have a sleeper either,
I
so.
didn't really know it was gonna be exactly like that. I don't know why. I didn't think it was gonna be exactly like that either.
Well, did
I thought that was all gonna be
Kurt go
open,
out
like
today
can't
too?
be
Yeah,
over it.
that's what I
Which
thought.
way did he go?
I think he had to go to Sioux Falls. He had a jet load on his trailer, so he had to go to Sioux Falls first. And after that, I don't know where he goes. It goes all
You
over.
don't have to, I mean, he'll still be home
Yesterday,
later
more
this
than the fever
Yeah.
without him.
Yeah, it depends. You know, yesterday
before it gets too windy.
he left
Couldn't
at
even get it?
4:30 and he got home at 7, so
Yeah, rolling in.
that's his days. I never know.
And I couldn't believe he didn't have, usually there's a half a dozen left over from Friday.
But both girls are working too, you know, so
What?
both of my girls are working today and tomorrow, so
One of them got-
Caitlin's gonna have to
had a little
take a
boy
bag
in
'cause she's
Fargo
working in
when they did
Spencer
the
now,
DDG
so.
to achieve them. And they had me go to Harris load beans for Brewster and then meal back. I did that 3
How
loads
far is
yesterday.
Allen's commute?
It's about
But they couldn't
maybe
dump it
20
at
miles,
5:30.
15.
Long
I
enough.
didn't leave
Yeah.
Brewster till 5:30, so.
Oh.
They needed,
Glenda had to
They
go
going
to
to
Sheldon today
You're all
for,
going
to the
Hartley
dentist.
Ethanol or to Hartley?
She had her teeth down, you know.
Is he?
no, it's usually
See, one came out,
maybe a truck or two ahead of
the
you.
other
Yeah.
ones
Not
are
bad. No,
hurting.
Call out of Melbourne to
They're gonna redo the whole thing.
deliver them today.
You know, they just don't seem like it worked out like it should have.
Like it should. Yeah, we've had expensive year. Kurt had to get a root canal, I had to get a crown, and
Yeah,
wow, that root canal cost us a little bit of money.
something's always gotta be redone.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Sioux Falls to the dialysis doctor. They're gonna inform me of what I might have to do,
Oh, shoot.
just ahead of time, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have to do that yet, but
Could be a possibility down the road.
Mhm.
It could be a possibility down the road. Oh, shoot.
hopefully it's
Hopefully
long
not.
ways down there.
Yeah, hopefully.
How old are you, Leroy?
78.
Are you 70? I didn't think you were quite that old.
Thought I was older?
I didn't think you were that old.
Yeah,
How long have you been a supervisor?
13 years, I think. I don't know why it's 13. Maybe it's 12, huh? It
Well, I'd
should
be
be.
on 13 and then
You got one
26
more
you're
year,
done,
so
so that would
yeah,
make
yeah.
sense. That'd be 14 then. Yeah.
And the first term was 2 years. Why would it come out to an odd number?
Well, you got another year left. So the end of your term will be 14 years, so
Yeah,
that would
okay.
make sense.
Going any place this winter? With the kids or anything? or-
No. Kurt wants to go to Hawaii again. They had that Kelloland, but it's on March 7th. Well, we could have a special election then. He said March isn't really a good time for me.
And normally, well, not really even with budgets.
No, it's not really a good time for me.
I don't want to discourage you, but I wouldn't go back to it.
Yeah, I know, you said that.
It was nice to go, but.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. We'll see. I just have had kind of expensive year, so too, so.
Okay.
We kind of had an expensive year too. We had to put a new furnace in air and got a root canal and me a crown and.
Now you're good for 30 years.
Yeah, we're not gonna live in that house for another 30, I hope. Hopefully we're out of there by then. We'll see. No, Brittany just started back to work, so she doesn't have a lot of PTO hours, and, you know, Caitlin started a different job, so she doesn't have any, and, yeah, we'll see.
What are they doing?
Caitlin's gonna be a traveling nurse out of Spencer. So, yep, she's driving to Spencer 3 days a week, so. She's doubling her pay and Brittany's, instead of going back on the floor, she's in a clinic now, so. Just started back yesterday, so Emma's 2 months old already, so. Yeah. We had grandma duty. Grandma took the night duty for them, and Friday night she slept from 10:30 to 8 o'clock. We had to wake her up. And then, yeah, and then Saturday night, well, she's 2 months now, and Saturday night she slept from 10 until 4:30, so that's pretty good for a new baby. Yes, I don't know how lucky you have it.
Yeah, Ellie's little girl's gonna be 2 in May. She
Still does
wakes
it?
up 3-4 times a night. Yet.
Oh, no. She hungry or? Just
Wakes up.
wakes up. Yeah, no, Emma's doing pretty good. All their kids are pretty good sleepers. That Miss Charlie, though, is going to give a run for their money. She's taking speech therapy. She told the first session, she told the speech therapist that, don't tell me what to do.
That's kind of the person's job. And she's what, 3?
3,
Oh,
yeah.
my,
It's like, oh boy, Trevor's going to have her hands full with that one. Oh, she's
Lindsay's long-term subbing right now, and
Is she?
she has the twins in
Oh,
the morning,
yeah,
and they, of course, call her grandma.
of course.
So now all the kids call her. And the lady in there said, do you care what they call you? I don't care, they can all call me grandma.
You can never have enough grandmas
And
in this world.
the little boys come and give her a hug every morning.
Oh,
Now
fun.
there's more and more
No.
coming and giving her a hug every morning, so.
Well, that's kind of special.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naxie still gives me a hug every time he sees me. Grandma. Yeah, he's 8, so that's going to be coming to an end pretty soon, I would think. But
Enjoy it on.
yeah. He's on the basketball court, he sees me, Grandma. Come kiss me a hug. Yeah.
That's kind of nice.
It is. It's sweet. And Trevor's kids do too. They all want to come home with me.
Like these mornings that I got meetings, I go early and do chores, well, then the boys are still home.
Oh, yeah.
And if they see me come out, then that makes Jenna so mad, because they come running out, in the snow, and they want to see Grandpa.
I want to see Grandpa. Yeah. Those are special. Yeah, Charlie said, pretty please, Grandma, don't go home. Pretty please.
That sounds like Nolan.
Oh, Grandma can't. Grandma's going to work. It's fun.
No other issues of traveling.
No. When we got to Lennox, then it was a little rough.
Okay.
But coming, yeah.
Yeah,
So we got to Iowa border, then it kind of stopped. The snow stopped. We were behind it the whole way. Caitlin and Kelly stopped in Marlin's to eat, and they had rough going from Sioux Falls to Orange City. They were going 35 miles an hour. It
They
was
got more
snowing.
snow down there too.
Yeah, snowing, and so we didn't stop to eat. We just kept going. So because we didn't know what we had to come home to, because we had to scoop when we got home. So yeah, it
I'm
was
sick
good.
of it already.
I know, me too. Me too. It'll be a long winter, I'm afraid.
Next week looks nice though.
Does it? We have a wedding this weekend. It's supposed to kind of snow again too, isn't it? Be cold.
Yeah, so this week it's
Yeah, we have a wedding.
cold. He already called me last week to haul milk. No. I'm staying home.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Kurt should get home okay. It's just getting out tomorrow. He might not be able to leave right away. Caitlin, she'll just stay in Spencer, so.
Does she have a place there that she just at the hospital?
Yeah, the hospital. Last time she had to work over Thanksgiving. That snowstorm. So there was a hotel she could stay there for like $86 a night. So that wasn't terrible. So we'll see what she
I do
does.
a lot of, in Spencer, I like that hospital.
Yeah, she likes it too. They would like her to work in the ER. They're really pushing her to do that. But right now she's gonna do the traveling nurse.
They're pretty good. I like Spirit Lake, they're nice. But
Yeah.
Spencer's right up there with them.
Yeah, so far she's liking it. So.
Yeah, that traveling nurse deal was a good deal.
Yeah, it doubled her pay. But, you know, there's no benefits. She doesn't get PTO. She gets
Oh.
401k, but no PTO. So that's a little,
Oh, I didn't realize
that's
that.
a little scary when you have a family like hers. But hopefully they're on the up and the mend. I haven't seen the forecast for Christmas. Is it supposed to be decent
I
or?
haven't finished anything that far out, man.
Trevor's aren't coming till the 26th, so we'll see.
If the weekend trends continue or if it goes back.
I know. I hope it's not like every weekend snowstorms here.
The kids at school are like,
I know, right? Kurt loves it because with him it's awesome because he doesn't have to worry about trucking.
Yeah.
The older he gets, the less he wants to deal with all the mess, and I don't blame him. So, you know, if it's a bad, you just stay home. It's not a big deal. We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll see how soon Timothy starts looking for a place in Rockford.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on it today. But he said he could work here remotely.
Oh, yeah,
As
that's,
long as he brings the laptop home.
yeah, those are good options if
Yeah.
you need to have them.
That was,
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure you bring one home today.
What does he do?
He's working for Dave DeNoble at
Oh.
Awesome in Rock Rapids.
Good.
Yeah.
He did our audit.
Yeah, his first or second week there, he heard doing the audit. So we were glad he didn't move to Rock Rapids right away. 'Cause they were here almost. So he can walk his block over and he was good.
There he goes. Saw Margaret light the tree. That was kind of fun. We saw that live. That was kind of fun.
You were there?
No,
Oh.
it was live on Facebook.
Yeah.
So we
Okay,
saw
yeah.
it there. No, we weren't there.
Any changes really on, or just kind of hold steady, but
She's actually pretty good. I mean, if she overdoes it, then she has to be on oxygen.
oh yeah. I'm glad she still is up for doing this stuff.
Yeah.
They can just enjoy time together.
Yeah, their acreage is pretty cool. I took my grandkids by it. That was pretty cool.
They need that crane set there out overnight and stuff.
Oh yeah, and weekends and they probably have to shovel the snow out to cement it. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering that too.
Glad I don't have that job.
Need to get that out of there.
So it must not.
Is the roof on that part?
Something must be.
Something's on, but I don't
There
know.
was guys walking across.
They were
But
walking
I don't know if it's just
around
the
there
beams.
yesterday.
I thought it was the beams. I don't know if the roof is on there yet, but I don't know. I haven't paid attention.
Yeah, there was one on the.
So this part's not going to be as tall as the other part then, which I thought it was, or from the drawing.
And Kevin was saying this is just, one story. Just a little upper here.
I get done early because I probably won't be able to do anything this afternoon.
Working every day?
What?
Have they been working
Yeah,
on it?
I have been.
Jason, where was the nick? You said something about there was a flaw?
Oh, the first panel on the collar one.
Right here?
Towards the top.
Oh, right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
I didn't notice
Everyone else over did.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I think I'll see it in my lifetime.
What?
I think I'll see it done in my lifetime.
I hope so. been a long haul.
When they did that Highway 60. Yeah, that turned out pretty good.
Yeah, it really
I'll feel better when they have the roof on it and they can start working in the inside and get the floor cemented. And
just hope I never end up there.
me too.
Yeah.
I've just been too.
Although
Yeah,
better
too.
in there than that old one. Have you ever been that old one?
Well, not.
Looked at it, but yeah, I've never been in there.
No, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd freak
Yeah.
if I had to be in there. Especially that one upstairs. You kind of step down into it.
That's why, why they make it so nice. Make it, put a more building.
Yeah, all those rules and regulations, you know.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They have more rights than the rest of us.
Yeah, I always think that too. Why did they?
You that
Why make
have
it?
in there.
I mean, humane, but not. Yeah, they need to be like that. Was the Arizona sheriff that is like? You guys, you get bologna sandwiches. You have pink everything, and it's like you are eating bare bones.
It's okay.
Give you enough to survive and give you shelter. And that's what it.
I would get sued.
He hasn't yet. I don't think. Well, maybe he has, but he's still doing
So what's Hallie gonna do when she graduates? Does she know? Leroy? No?
Yeah, she kinda knows. I think she's gonna end up in Nebraska. And she's going into some medical. And have another one?
Yeah.
So then, is she your last grandchild to graduate then? Or does Jason have some?
Yeah, he's a junior. Yeah. And then there's another one now, great grandchild. She's 2 years old. Hopefully I'll see her graduate.
Yeah. Yeah, Trevor's stepdaughter will graduate a junior, but they are gonna miss her when she goes to school because she's really good to her siblings, and their siblings love her, and she loves them. So I don't think she's gonna go very far because I don't think she can be away from her siblings for very long.
How far is Northern State? Because Aberdeen is.
It's 40 miles.
Oh, it is still that far.
Yeah.
You have a son or a daughter?
Daughter.
How old will she be?
She'll be 25 in January.
What does she do? Where does she live?
She lives in Sioux Falls, works for the state of South Dakota.
Really?
Like human services or whatever. She does like SNAP. Welfare stuff.
She like it?
She does.
Good.
Then they just moved to the new building when they bought it. She's not like Larry Rose's proposal of no wage increase.
For teachers too, Trevor's not real happy about that either.
Thank you. Yeah, they can build a big jail.
That's why I tell them, Devin, and on that county board, there'll be no raises next year, we're gonna pay for jail. Yeah, I like that idea.
It's just sad that you have to pay that much money.
I made that comment at conservation board here. So you guys gotta tighten your belts. Oh yeah, you spend all your money on the jail. What about tightening your belts? I said, well, we're kind of stuck.
I think for the most part, you're pretty, we're all pretty conservative. I mean,
Yeah, you
you know, we try not to,
That's what it takes.
it just takes a lot.
People realize it.
Hopefully our heating bill will go down with this new system and that will help.
We get a napkin?
You don't want to propose later. Snow removal. You can drill a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like it.
Yeah.
having that butter. I didn't have one.
You get butter?
Yeah, last time I didn't. Jeff said it's better with butters.
Blueberry.
Well, you need something over blueberry.
I didn't have chocolate chip. All I had was blueberry or chocolate chip. Usually I have both, because both of the grandkids have to have both kinds. That's usually what we have to make when they come over.
And
is
Lindsay made them
muffins.
this morning to take to the kids, and I couldn't have them.
Aw.
She made those minis.
Oh, sure.
Need the butter, Jason?
Chocolate's good enough on its own. For me.
Yeah, I usually gotta make that and M&M bars when kids are home. You want them open?
I had one when I left. I took a chocolate one.
There's plenty.
Maybe for mid-afternoon.
Snack.
What's your nap?
Yeah, you don't want, you get that mid-afternoon thing going where you gotta eat or walk around.
Where's Keith today?
He is back home in St. Louis. His
Oh.
dad is not doing well,
Oh.
so he took a whole week off to go be with him.
Did you get out of the hospital yet?
As of yesterday morning, he called Lori to go over some things, and no, he still hadn't released.
Good.
It's hard to
Got
get
quite a
just a
bit of
little.
butter.
It's hard to get just a little.
It's probably hard.
Do we gotta take a big chunk or not?
Yeah, we keep our butter in the counter ice.
Oh, yeah, we do
Winter
too.
when it's not soft enough to spread.
Yes.
Feels like I could bump the thermostat up, but
No.
soft butter isn't that important to me.
All the time. Some people put it in the refrigerator all the time. It's like, what? We never have done that, ever. It's always been on the counter growing up and.
That drone footage from ISG on the Cheatham
yeah.
River. I had thought that they'd maybe identify specific like outlets, tile outlets, or
I don't know if they, I don't think we told them
information
to do
provided.
that.
Okay.
It was more or less those areas that are, you know, need work and stuff. That was pretty cool.
I didn't watch them all. I watched about 3 miles of it, but
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't
through the
either.
rest.
It was, I said it was really good information to have. I mean, there's a good baseline for what's out there. It was pretty nice. But yeah, that's a tricky one. Hot. Mm-hmm.
Austin rented all his land that he owns to.
Told Spencer after our last meeting, because he sent some information on that wetland project.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the concerns. I'm just baffled, and he confirmed that it's baffling, but if you take water out of the ditch
That's what I would
to
say too, but.
fill the wetland, or do they want to make sure that the water flow downstream remains the same? I thought the whole thing was to get water into a wetland to mitigate runoff. So why is a lower downstream, on a river I could get it,
Yeah.
but, or, you know, a true waterway, but a drainage district ditch that was created to move water that was never moving before, now you slow that flow and it's a problem? Especially if you're using it as a wetland. Like, seriously, yeah, we can't get anywhere with it. It makes no sense. I'm like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only too dense to get it, but.
He won't do it better than that because.
You want to divert the Cheatham River to create a wetland, to get an outlet into the river. I get that I'm not gonna argue. But when you have a specific district that was created to move water,
East of Louis.
if you then use a wetland or something to improve the water that's moving through it, why is it a problem to move slower?
That seems like a DNR, or, you know, somebody's, they just didn't really think that through.
Army Corps of Engineers, it sounds like, is where the hangup is
Yeah.
like IDALs and DNR both would support it, but
What happened there?
Yeah, they are another one.
Marco's farming 80.
I would have thought with the current administration, that'd get
A neighbor bidding on it.
our federal
They ran chicken.
Congress and administration, that those rules would have been addressed and changed quickly, but not that that ever happens quickly, but
Yeah, what I've noticed
They're all
now
done
here
tiling
is
for me.
this flip-flopping back and forth, it's such a struggle, you know.
that is hard.
Where, yeah, this administration changes it, and changes it.
Well,
If someone did
and I
before,
asked that
and you don't like it, why
He said, yeah,
can't
they
you
have
change it back
Yeah.
when you get control?
Mhm.
I'm not saying that's a good or
He
easy,
said,
but
Yeah.
They give us the crap, he says.
Yes,
But still,
Anything to do with
I
water,
do
I
my work
just
for him.
read anymore.
Yep.
I never realized it was such a hassle.
You can't even,
well, they talked about
Yep.
the
normal
creek
person
down
can't even have a
south
chance.
town here,
Yeah.
and where all that stuff washed
to even
and flooded
fight for
south
that.
of what used to be R&T.
oh, yeah,
Tyndall said last night, they looked- I think he talked to Mike, and he
So
said,
the-
Iowa, somebody said it's the biggest
No,
thing.
cleaning it out
do
is all
that.
the landowner's responsibility. Well, they have so much say over waterways, why would it be a problem to?
Well, it's not,
I heard once he's trying to get each kid to get 10,000
Both of them.
acres.
It's not a drainage
He has
district,
8
it's
kids.
we
a,
don't have much.
Both of
right,
them?
yeah, it's just
I
a,
don't-
and the property line evidently is on the north side of that, so it's all one,
yeah.
The last 6 months he's bought
but, yeah, I don't know what their
12,000 acres.
incentive or interest would be to take on the cost.
Is there a way I can, is there a way I can
So
get
the
that?
landowners could say, hey, this is our benefit for you to address it, and not to fund it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that Melanie's.
I-
I don't-
Or something, that must be a daughter.
I mean,
Okay, I'll have to look when I
I
get
would
home
think
and
that
I'll
the
check it
Corps would
out.
have a problem with
And
just
I'll get back
cleaning
to
it
you.
out too, though. I mean,
but anytime.
but the landowner
I
can't.
don't know where they were building, but they were talking about last year.
I will when I get home
I
and
mean, I
do
see
it.
old cement or grab type approach.
Okay, I'll do that.
You can just do whatever you want as it goes through your property? I'm not sure.
Bradford, I believe you can, do like, even us.
See, just old crushed concrete, you know, they just dump it on the edges. I doubt there's a process, there's a process they're supposed to go through.
Well, there's
I
a
got
process.
2 checks from,
Just put it out there, because we can do that too.
The
Can
insurance.
you go out,
and
and dig the creek
So
on
I
private property that's going through your
cut the
property?
check off,
You can just go out and
brought it to the bank.
clean it out or
And I
get
guess I cut off that
instructions out.
number on the bottom.
I mean, I wouldn't have.
So, is there a way I can get that back or not?
Right there.
Probably not.
You gotta drive through it.
Oh.
That's probably a Midwest group thing.
In
don't know if
theory,
you would
it
have that
Back
information.
downstream, but I don't.
Well,
see
if
where
you're
it'd be
storing
Yeah.
what it
It
was.
wasn't, I mean, it's like $15, so it's not 1,500, so.
We had to call Midwest Group and see if we could get, like, you need like the check and the routing number, is that what you need? Or-
Anyway, I brought it to the bank and now they called me and said they can't.
You mentioned the name Mike, I was assuming that's what it was.
You can ask.
Midwest Group.
Yeah.
It's great. That's on that figure bill.
And then when I get home, I think, the part I cut off, I think it's already,
You
Oh.
guys ever haul in there?
I think,
Get the water level down.
so I'll have to check when I get home. And
Yeah.
if not, I guess I'll just make my donation.
A lot of material moved. out
There
of
should be
that
some way
bridge.
that they can do that for you. They can maybe cancel it and reissue it to you or
And
something.
that wasn't even go through FEMA or anything.
I've sat in there.
I'll leave that up
We're
to my
finally at 11, guys.
Oh, I'm trying to reach John. I must have dialed the wrong number.
Unless you want to cover for him, Becky.
I dialed his number. What's going on here? Oh.
Third time's the charm.
With me, it seems to be. It won't let me. I must have had to dial 9 on this one.
9 first, Rochelle.
I tried and then it won't let me. Okay.
We'd rather talk to you.
I'd rather talk to you anyway, so. It won't let me go to 0.
If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator.
Any other options?
They hit a line out here.
Something.
9 doesn't work.
Well, no, it won't let me. If I do 9, then the 1, because I'm sure I have to call.
Yeah.
Then 3, 1, 9, 7, 5, 9, 2, 3, 3, 0.
Oh, like you put in too many numbers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then that didn't work either.
Well, that's
Maybe
goofy.
we'll see if this works.
Midwest.
Hey, John, this is Rochelle from Osceola County.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear me? Maybe turn it up a little bit. Okay. We're ready for you.
Okay.
Hi, John.
Anyway, just give you a project update.
Text from John.
Roofers are gonna start next week. The roofing, all the precast is up and the deck's all on the high side of the building, and they're working on the precast on the lower side and steel. So they intend on having that all finished by the end of next week or before Christmas anyways. And, plumbing's in the underground plumbing, the drains are all set and they're getting ready for concrete on south side and high side. So they'll start pouring concrete. They're scheduled to start this week, but they're probably going to start next week because they're going to use some ground heaters to thaw the ground out. And their temporary heat's getting ready to set up. They've done some of the demo and a lot of the electrical in the existing building. So that's kind of where we're at. We're trying to get the building up enclosed before Christmas. Did anybody have any questions in regards to that at this time?
Some heads shaking. Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get to the pay app. I'm trying to get this computer open, so you give me a second. Okay, connected now.
Anything on the John boards?
Nothing on that. No updates on that.
So I've been sending you all the job progress meeting minutes, so that should give you some of the schedule too. I'm gonna have another meeting on the 16th. But if I don't have a meeting, I'll always try to get you something as far as where we are as far as project updates. Okay, cost recaps. 1225.
He gets points for mileage.
Yeah.
Okay, for this month, we had $5,500 in, management fees, $99.50 on site, $684.15 in, reimbursable expenses, mileage and such, for a total of $16,134.15. I had engineering costs in the amount of $396.30. For general construction.
Jack, how come we're seeing that go over the contract?
We laid out the steel again as far as the columns to make sure the columns were in the correct locations. So I went a little bit over, these are allowances, as far as that goes. So that is the estimated value, so we went a little bit over that on that one. General construction, we had 185.082. One 185.082.33 for security frames and hardware for security. We had $28,634. We had $2,850. For HVAC, we had $54,150. And in electrical, we had $50,217. For a total of $337,464.68. So, are there any questions in regards to that, those amounts? If there's no questions, it'd be our recommendation to go ahead and approve the pay application for $337,464.68.
Okay, you don't have them. If I were to, even by the end of this week, then okay, so we can get them out. Yep. In fact, this week I can get that order and send it later. Okay. Because I didn't have a lot, but I haven't really had a great chance to ask them for the church since I know I'm totally missed and then I had a meeting last week. And there was no help with that. Well, no, that either. But.
Are we done with the surveying overrun, or?
Yeah, we shouldn't need any more surveying, I wouldn't believe.
Because that was missed by almost 50%.
We missed by $200.
Yeah, because I know I won't have, we don't have.
Well,
We show the original contract of 5,000 and we're revised contract of 7177, so if it was come back to re-survey.
2,177.50 over, yes.
Yeah, to me, that's kind of substantial over a $5,000 estimate.
That's an estimate of 5,000. I mean, you know, for the survey, you want the building in the right location, I would assume, and we shouldn't have to have any more surveying or staking unless it was laying out the drives, and really that's not so critical that we'd have to have them in there.
I just know when the bids came in, your consultant fee increased equivalently with the overrun. So some of these costs I would think would have been covered by that change, but.
My consultant fee never increased.
Was it the architecture?
Yeah, architecture.
Yeah, okay,
My
sorry.
consultant
That's
fee,
right.
I
Okay, yeah.
had paid for it.
I see that now. I had the wrong lines.
I mean, those estimates in there for surveying, staking and stuff, you know, they're estimates. So we're trying to, we picked up some money on Sol's report, 2,100 or 200 on that. So we picked up 41,000 on the 650 on the bond issuance cost. We picked up 54,121.69 on general construction. We picked up $22,040 on the plumbing. So, and then, you know, so I picked up money for you as well, so. So overall, we picked up about $93,000, so far. Plus, got an extra work done at no cost to the county. Like the placement of paving and a couple other things, so I'm working towards keeping you level, so.
I believe I'd rather hear you say I'm promising I'm gonna keep you level.
There's no, I'd like to say that, but there's no promises in construction, but, that's our goal is to, you know, not increase costs substantially, so.
Any update on the, I know I'm backing up here, I guess, to the progress portion, but the the heating in the existing structure keeping up? We've had some cold days. And then the doors on the storage building, any updates?
Yeah, the heating's kept up in the existing building. Got some temporary heat in there by the HVAC contractor. So, we kept up on that, and my understanding from the sheriff is everything's been staying at a relatively good temperature all over the building, including the jail, so.
Sorry, I should have done that before you went through the pay app.
Oh, no, as things come up, you know, and you think of them, just go ahead. I mean, I was trying to get the computer open, so I wasn't as clear as I could have been either, so.
Anything specific to the pay app, gentlemen?
What about those doors? He didn't answer you, did he?
Anything on the shed doors? Door? I think it's just one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I did find out. That door is towards the road.
Yep.
And that shed door, Kevin told me he went down there that wasn't contracted. Somebody backed into that damn thing or something, either turning around or something. So it wasn't the contractors when they're unloading or anything. So I think when Kevin talked to Rochelle, he said he didn't know how it happened. He just came up and saw it, that it was dented.
I haven't talked to him about it. He hasn't talked to me about it. Unless he's talked to Reggie, he hasn't talked to me about it.
Yeah, 'cause when he went down there, it wasn't from unloading material or anything, but it looked like somebody was turning around or something, backed into the dang door down there. Because we're materials all at the other end of the building.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There ain't nobody gonna admit to it.
Nope.
He ain't gonna admit to it.
Okay, I'll have to talk to Reggie again. I don't know. I think the cameras at the ambulance shed wasn't real clear either, so I'll have to talk to Reggie about that again.
Yeah. But Kevin Fournier, you know, he's unloaded a lot of stuff down there. He's been down there when they were unloading. So he doesn't know how they got hit, I guess.
And we'll just have to ask Reggie to drive through daily, and if there's a change, note it, and then we have a better time frame to catch those things. All right, the pay application, any questions, gentlemen, or interest in approval of the submitted pay application for $337,000, $337,464.68.
Make the motion.
If we're wanting to see it done in Jerry's lifetime, we probably need to pay our bills. If we're wanting to see it done in Jerry's lifetime, we probably need to pay our bills. I will offer support to the motion by Loring, support from Vandy Hoof for approval of the pay application as submitted. Any further discussion on the pay application? If there is none, all those in favor of approval of the pay application, signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We have approval of that pay application. Any further general discussion with necessary action?
Not on my end.
Nothing here? All right.
All right.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
Okay, you have a great day.
All right. Back up to claims. I would note that claim number 1041 is Bosma Water Service.
I make a motion for that claim.
Second it.
Motion from Helmer, support from Loring for approval of claim 1041 to Bosma Water Service. Any discussion? Hearing none, those in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. I abstain. We have the remainder of the claims to consider. Barry, where did I do with them? heard from Ryan with group benefits or not? Nothing?
Nope.
I'd make a motion for the rest of the claims.
Second it.
A motion from Helmers, support from the board for approval of the remainder of the claims. Any discussion on that? Engineer's office is probably happy this construction process is going on, so their line isn't always the highest.
Yeah.
No further discussion. All those in favor of approval signify with aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We have approved claims. Anything under other business, courthouse committee reports, economic development, future agenda items? And looking back at our action on the comp board or salary considerations, I saw that we had approved that collections for EMS, collections agency for 1 year. Do we need to reconsider that or give it further approval, or is that something Sandy is just going to go forward with?
I don't know. She hasn't talked to me about it. I don't know.
That was the end of November last year. That was, I don't know, it was a January 1 start date or what, but might need to
Okay, I can ask her
look
about
into
that.
that. And then I think with the phone calls today, and I do think it'd be worth considering technology improvements within the room here to do more Zoom options or something with a little better. Although that phone there was far easier to hear, and I think picked up the mic for the conversation better too. So maybe it's not as necessary, but I think it would be good to see what it would take.
Depends on what it would cost.
Yeah. Anything else, or we need to adjourn?
Maybe I get on that early childhood that I'm on, the state has dissolved that. January will be our last meeting. The providers have to go directly with the state.
So come committee assignment, you're gonna be fighting to take something from somebody?
Well, they're gonna move us to the western side. So whether I'll be on, going to their meetings, I don't know yet.
They'll have county representation, I would guess, with their typical approach, no, or it'd be limited.
Yeah.
But
That's all I know on that.
Hopefully that works. Sometimes the state takes over stuff, it doesn't work.
No.
At all.
That's why I moved away from that. but
Yeah, I know.
For some reason, they,
Mental health too, I don't, yeah, that's too bad.
and they don't want us to have money, so it's really interesting.
Yep, sure is.
Fun. Adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
Motion from DeVore, support from Loring for adjournment. All those in favor signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. We're adjourned.